Welcome back, everybody. It's your girl, Strong Jewel, the Vibe Queen, and we are back for episode 2 of a Night Vibe. So listen, make sure you got your drinks, make sure you got your snacks. Stay locked in, and we'll be right back. Night Vibes. Night Vibes, we are back. I am super excited to be back again. Shout out to everybody that tuned in for episode 1. I'm super excited about this one. I'm super geeked up about it. But listen, I have to bring in my beautiful co-host first, the one and only, the beautiful queen herself, Dr. Michaela. Well, hello. Oh, how you doing? I think we have a little. Oh, there you go. I can hear you now.
Yeah, I've been a little sick, but I'm better.
I know. And I was like, I just love you so much, man, because you were like, I'm not missing it. I'm still coming on. I'm just, do I gotta do? And I was like, are you sure? You're like, yeah. So yeah, no. Well, are you feeling obviously a little bit better than you were though, right?
Oh yeah.
Good. Well, I'm super excited. Without further ado, we're not going to waste no time. We have another phenomenal, powerful queen in the building. She is an entrepreneur. She's a model. She is an actress. She is a radio personality. The one and only. Let's introduce her and bring her on, CHATTIE Hattie.
Hey, what's going on, my loves?
How are you?
You got me here.
I did, which I'm actually amazed because we don't see you on interviews, or we don't really see you, on shows per se. So I'm definitely honored. We're honored to have you. How's your day been?
Thank you. My day been great. I appreciate it.
Good.
Happy to spend some time with you lovely ladies.
Well, happy to spend time with you.
Yes, the feeling is definitely mutual. But yeah, everybody is looking so beautiful tonight, as always. Yep. Loving the setups as well. I love your piano there, Hattie. Do you play the piano?
No, I did when I was a kid. They said if you don't use it, you lose it. I lost it. I stopped using it.
Yeah, I used to play a little bit, but I don't know. I'll be a bit rusty now if I try to. But well, listen, let's get into the topic. Tonight we have a bit of a juicy one. I'm just interested to see everybody's opinion. So, should people wait for a partner who's serving time? Ooh, we're gonna dissect this one. There's a lot of different compartments to it. So, I don't know who wants to answer this one first.
I don't know. I'm too old to be waiting for somebody. You must be my husband, but I mean that's life choices. I don't know. It just depends. But I don't. I guess if you're my husband.
Right. And then Dr. Michaela, what do you think? Because I just want to see what you think on the overall question itself, and then we're gonna dissect it a little bit more deeply.
Okay, because I'll dissect this for you. I'm gonna say, realistically, no, because it's just not gonna work. But then we can dissect it later, but that's my answer is no.
Right. Okay, so this is how I feel. I feel like, I gotta be honest, like I've had an experience with it. So I feel like basically if you're in a relationship and you have a child and you're already in a relationship before they go in and it's a couple of years, okay, I get that, right? But when we're talking about longer time, like a decade, if we're talking longer than 5 years, right? If we're going like 10 years, a decade or more, and like, I don't know, you're not in a relationship, like you are in a relationship, but you don't have children, don't really have ties together. I don't know. I feel differently. I feel like you have to really consider that. And I think age is a factor, especially for women, right? Because women, we have a biological clock. So if you're with someone, and you're not 18, 19, 20, you know what I'm saying? And they're doing like 10 years or more, then you have to really consider that. Are you prepared to sacrifice your chance of having children? You get what I'm saying? To wait for this man, for him to come out, for the fact that you might not even end up having children. You get what I'm saying? So how do you feel about that?
Look, all I know is I'm gonna have to put myself first. But look, what if you with this person and like you wasted your time and y'all end up not being together. So, and if you with this person for so long, why haven't he married you, or at least engagement or something for that to lock it in? So you want me to do time with you, but you not doing real time with me? I don't know.
Right. So, yeah, McKinney,
What you think, Doc?
Because I saw you were gonna say something. Yeah, go.
Yeah, I think the biggest problem is that
Oh, I thought Michaela.
they don't do enough to help people in the system. So the biggest problems you have there, you will never be the same when you come out. Your mental health is affected, your physical health is affected, you're isolated. Some people take on a lot of psychotic issues when they get out. So there's no rehab, there's no real rehab in the prison system. So you're not going to get the same person that you had when they came out. Right. And that's a huge problem. And then recidivism is so high because, they face so many challenges. They can't vote. There's a stigma against them. They can't work. So they're more than likely to repeat those offenses. So that I just think, there's so much involved in it.
I definitely agree with that because we know, right? Time, we all evolve. As time evolves, we evolve, right? So if, you could have like this really good loving relationship before or whatever, and then they go in and, it turns out, you think they're only going to do a short length of time. They have the case, whatever. And then all of a sudden, bam, they got like, I don't know, 20-year sentence or whatever, 15-year sentence. And it's like, it's all well and good to, love is cool, but sometimes love is not enough because like you just said, Dr. Michaela, like, I know in there they can study and they can do all that, and I know that, but at the same time, they're on the inside, you're on the outside, so you're evolving out here, they're evolving in there. So obviously, when you both come together, that's the testing time because it's easier to say, hey, this person's in prison, I love this person, and I'm holding them down. That's kind of easier to say that, but the reality is, like you say, not just the length of time, it's how you are going to evolve together when you come out because you're both evolving in different ways. Because it doesn't matter how long you talk on a phone, it doesn't matter how many visits you have, it's not the same as being, connected to that person in the physical every single day. You get what I'm saying? And life is evolving too. So are you prepared to sacrifice a lot of things when they come out? Because of course, you have to, right? If you're going to hold that person down outside. So.
Yeah, like Dr. Michaela said, that the mental health part, that's what gets me because it's like they in a system. So definitely when they come out, and I have experienced it, I know people that actually just came home and they are battling, with their mental health and different challenges, from then into now and trying to be a better person. But it's like still hard because they have to work on themselves. So it's just like, do you have that real patience with someone while they working on themselves, with their mental health? Like it's not easy. Like it's really not easy. So, I mean, I don't know.
You're right,
it's situational.
Yeah, it definitely is. I feel like I have a question. So do you think waiting for someone in prison is a form of unconditional love or is it self-sacrifice?
I think it's self-sacrifice because, I mean, think about it. We don't just go through things, we grow through things. I'm not the same person today that I am last year. You're going to change. We're all going to change. And if you are waiting on someone, it's just self-sacrifice. You're giving up something that's just because there's I think 80 to 100% of relationships, whether you're married or not, do not work when someone's been incarcerated. So it is, to me, it's self-sacrifice.
Right.
I totally agree because you adjusting and altering your own world for somebody else. So because of the choice of, what they made. So yeah, it's definitely a self-sacrifice.
I can definitely agree. I'm going to open up a little bit. So I went for a situation and at first, I wasn't even that, I wasn't young. I wasn't 18. I wasn't in my early 20s. I was in my later 20s, like early 30s. So it's like, I'm probably giving my age away, but that's fine. To me at first it was unconditional. Man, I love him unconditionally. That's me proving my love. It's unconditional. But as he was in there, I was like working on myself. I was growing and I was like starting to love myself more and more and more. And I found myself just getting more depressed and realizing again that I'm sacrificing my life and I'm sacrificing what I could have, holding on to something which, is in reality a could be. You don't really know, like you say, 'cause someone can tell you they love you, you know, till they're blue in the face, whatever, but you're not going to know until they come out. And, you know, I had to make that decision then. Like, I had to just cut the tie. And it was the hardest thing to do. And I think, like, I couldn't even, I know this sounds really bad, but I couldn't even face them to tell them. I had to just tell them over the phone. And I know that's not the ideal thing, but it's like, I found myself every time I used to go and see him, like, I'll be driving home just in floods of tears. Like, and that's when I started to realize, hey, you gotta love yourself, girl. Like, this is not healthy. You get what I'm saying? And I felt really bad for years. I was like, oh my God, I just did it over a phone call, but I couldn't stand there and tell him to his face, you know, because I felt like weak and I felt like I wouldn't have done it. I would have carried on being there for him and sacrificing like myself. You get my son in my life. So that's
choosing you made you feel bad.
Self-love is. Some people don't know how to love themselves.
Right. Yeah. Sorry. Hattie, what did you say? Sorry.
Self-love is the best love. Okay. That's what I preach. Okay.
There you go. It definitely is. It definitely is. Yeah, I love that. With that, you can just let everybody know. Hattie has this brand. It's called Happiness is Key. Do you want to just tell them a little bit about that, because you might as well now because you brought it up. You're very much into self-love and happiness.
Yes, I had created a journal, I believe it was like 4 years ago. And it's basically a self-love journal. It's unlearning and relearning who you are as an individual. And honestly, it's so ironic how, you know, the thought came to me. You know, I always wake up like 3 o'clock in the morning, and that's how it was. I got like little questions sent to me. I wrote them down, and then I just elaborated in a journal. And then everything that I was doing for, you know, self-loving and working on myself, my mental, my physical, my spiritual, I incorporated into my journal so people can also live a life full of abundance, divine happiness. So, but yeah, I really love my journal. I hear a lot of positive feedbacks about it. So, self-love, happiness is key.
It is. Does that include you setting boundaries for yourself, Hattie?
Did you hear that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
Setting boundaries for yourself. Yes. Mm-hmm. That's what's really important. And like I like to tell a lot of people, like my growth actually stemmed from my relationships. Mm-hmm. So that's from friends, family, mom, dad, cousin, sister, whoever, relationships in itself. And, you know, we look at certain relationships and we think that it's supposed to be a certain way. But who's to say this relationship's supposed to give us love, nurture, supposed to do these things? We have these expectations. And at the end of the day, we have to do these things for ourselves, because once we learn how to love ourselves and do the self-loving and doing the conditions, that's just like we know how to receive it. We know what we want out of life. So it's just like, get it, you know, do it for yourself. And then if somebody else does it for you, it's a bonus. But we have to learn how to do it for ourselves, because people lose their mind if they're not getting the proper love or certain things. Some people don't know how to love. They love probably was abuse. So it's just like you have to, you know, do things for you.
Amen to that.
I think a guy one time who thought that arguing was part, like if you don't go through something, that's not love. I said, that's not love. That's not how you did with me. We're not going through. I don't do drama. You can't bring that to me. That's not love to me. That's not a proper relationship. That's the people bring their unhealed shit into your space. And right. I gotta get your book.
Yeah. I'm gonna send it to you, girl. I'm gonna send it to you.
So listen, we'll be right back. Then we gotta take a commercial break, guys. So shout out to everyone in chat. Please stay locked in. This is Night by Everton. We'll be right back. Let's take that commercial break. We got some bills to pay. Let's go.
Yeah, you got it.
What's new and hot on the scene? The Pink Smoke Cigar Company, a black, female-owned boutique cigar company offering one-of-a-kind, hand-rolled cigars from proprietary blends created specifically for Pink Smoke by the J. Will Cigar Company. Their exotic recipes are blended from various regions of Nicaragua, Ecuador, Colombia, Mexico, the Dominican, and Honduras. What's certain is you'll experience the most unique, even fresh smoke your palate has yet to discover. They're so hot, they were the premier brand ambassador at the 2022 Men's Style Gifting Suite for Super Bowl 56. For more information, go to pinksmoke4u.com. That's pinksmoke4u.com to experience Pink Smoke's sexy, classy cigar culture.
And we are back. Night Vibes. Shout out to everyone that's tuned in right now. We are back. Myself, Strong Jewel, beautiful co-host Dr. Michaela, and the beautiful CHATTIE Hattie herself in the building. So shout out to everyone. Yes. Make sure you check out that brand Pink Smoke. That is beautiful Dr. Michaela's brand with her. And is it you and your cousin, you and your sister or cousin? Please correct me.
That was my cousin.
Okay. Oh yeah, no, I said, and Dr. Michaela has that brand.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, the Mango Pot.
Yeah, no, but shout out to your
my cousin got the Mango Pot. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Girl, you are fine. Shout out to everyone. Hey, I see Code Red in the building. So yeah, if you see your people, feel free to shout them out there. Right. Is that your people there, Hattie?
Yeah, Mango Pot. Yes. What's up, Danny?
What's the Mango Pot?
Lola.
You gotta explain what the Mango Pot is.
Thanks, Kimberly J.
Yes,
What's the Mango Pot?
The Mango Pot is a brand basically connecting individuals. Like it's something like dating, but it's also more of, how can I say it? It's just getting individuals together, just like for connections, like relationships, girl talks, it's just a hub of just coming together and just open conversations. So that's the Mango Pot. So basically she's trying to branch off and do like speed dating and stuff like that. It's just bringing people together, mix and mingling.
And shout out to beautiful Kimberly in the building, because Kimberly is Dr. Michaela's partner for Pink Smoke. She came up on the screen. Good timing. So listen, I'm going to throw this other question out there. I know we're kind of talking about, should people wait for a partner so in time? We're talking about self-love, but I think that comes down to something that kind of mixes in with both of that is, how do you feel like loneliness affects people? Do you feel like loneliness with some people, because they're unhealed, allows them to stay in like toxic relationships, or again, in a relationship, you find, I've heard stories of a lot of women who have gone through like tumultuous relationships, end up marrying a guy in prison that they don't know, because they're kind of more lonely as opposed to, really in love, but they feel like they're in love with that because they're lonely. So how do you feel about that, ladies?
I'm never lonely. I love being alone, and I think it just ties back into self-loving. People want certain things. People depend on others for certain satisfactions and feelings and everything like that. But again, if you loving on yourself every day, finding out the things that you really enjoy, of course you want a partner, but at the end of the day, you can't enjoy being by yourself. Like that's what people have to get used to, learning how to sit alone, listening to the messages, the signs that's coming to us. But that's why people are so distracted, because they don't know how to be alone. So I'm never lonely. I enjoy my peace. Sometimes I'm like, I'm happy. I got my time by myself now. Like
I know. It's like, if you can't love yourself, if you don't like yourself, how can you expect someone else to like you? So learning to love, to be by yourself is so important, so healthy.
It is.
That way you won't get messed up in things, because all relationships are not smooth and perfect. So that way when something does go wrong and, you have to have a little break, it won't crush you. But yeah, some people would rather be with anybody than be alone. And that's just so toxic.
Right. And that perpetuates the cycle of toxicity. That perpetuates the cycle that people fall into of like self-harm. And it's like, it's so deep, because at the end of the day, if you can't love yourself, you can't really love anybody else. You have to love yourself first before you can love anybody. So yeah, I'm the same. I love being on, I have no problem being on my own. I love peace and quiet, you know what I'm saying? I love it. And I feel like when you're in that place, that's when you're healed enough to be in a relationship, because you're content with that alone time that you have, because you've been able to find yourself. And that again stems back to my situation where I had to kind of leave that situation and just be on my own. So, and it really helped me heal. I heal more that way than I did when I was staying in that relationship, because I was putting that person first. Right. Over myself, so yeah.
Did he let you go?
Did he let you go? It's a challenge. It's a challenge out here. It's a challenge out here with men, dating, relationships is just a challenge. I'm 41 with no kids. Like I mean, I know a lot of women that don't have any kids, but I'm just like, dang, not that I'm rushing or wanting real fast or anything like that, but it's just like, it's kind of sad, when you think about it. It's just like, why? Why?
I don't know, 60, I don't have any.
I'm just gonna say, I don't have them either, girl. And I'm not gonna give my age away, but I'm older than you, so
I'm older than both of y'all.
And there you go. So
way older.
Look, we all,
but you don't look at though at all.
Look, we so happy though. Look at us.
I know.
We are happy. I'm very content.
Exactly.
My life is so peaceful.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah.
No drama.
So all right. So when it comes down to love, though, right? Let's talk about it because what like should love have certain limits, and what limits do you feel love should have when you truly find love? What limits would you put on that? So like when like you're totally in love with someone, what kind of limit would you put on that love? Like when would you put a boundary up and say, okay, no, that's enough. Like that's not happening.
I just feel like don't lose respect for yourself, So it's just like you can love someone, but it's like you still have to have like respect. And again, it comes with boundaries, so it's just so you won't lose yourself. Some people give so much of themselves. And then when certain things, happen within that relationship, they end up, breaking into pieces. So it's still, keep that line of respect for yourself so you're not losing yourself.
Right. I agree with that. Yeah. Dr. Michaela?
I think some people, they rush into sex and they put the cart before the horse, and you have to really get to know a person first. And in relationships, my thing is that you should not treat your significant other. You shouldn't treat your friends better than the person that you claim to love or be in a love relationship with. Mm-hmm. But if you cannot speak to one another as kindly as you speak to your friends and treat each other as respectfully as you would your best friend, then you don't need to be together. So it was just that respect is about the way you speak to each other, talk to each other, not having unrealistic expectations. But you can't be together all the time. But there are little things you can do, like just 5 minutes of your time, or a text, a call. If you can't be together, means a lot. So just if you have certain expectations that person can't meet them and y'all don't clash, then just let it go. As somebody who's going to respect you enough to appreciate little things that mean something to you. But like you said, CHATTIE Hattie, respect is just the number one thing.
Amen. I totally agree with both of you. I feel like as well, especially when it comes to intimacy, like you said, Dr. Michaela, like if those levels of respect are not there on a communication level, then that ultimately can affect like the relationship in the bedroom, right? Because if you feel like you're being spoken to in a disrespectful way, or you're, not valued and things of that nature, I know it's women anyway, we can really love a man, but then it can change how we are in the bedroom. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's very, very important. It's all entwined together. So yeah, respect is definitely paramount. I definitely agree with that. Did you want to add to that, any of you?
I just wanted to say, I just literally had this conversation earlier, and someone was telling me, that if he have to wait a long time, like he lose interest in the person and he don't want to have sex anymore. And I told him, I said, well, I feel like, every relationship where, is different. I said, but if you have a connection with someone, then you will never lose that interest because it's a connection. And, us women, we built on connections with an individual for it to go to the next level. So I said, but if you have that, I said, you will always, you won't lose that spark. And I told him, but what the problem is to give up themselves is like they skip the part of learning who that individual is.
Right.
So from them skipping the let me get to know you and going straight to the bedroom, it's like now they into that lust phase. And it's like you forgot the get to know you phase. Now you want the lust phase, and now you learning different things about this person after you just got blinded by the sexual and action. So it's really important, I feel like, just to learn your partner and don't rush into like sexual interactions if you really want it to be more than just that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sex gives the illusion of love. That's the big issue. You start thinking you love the person, then once you get to know him, you're like, oh my God, he doesn't brush his teeth good. His toenails are long. He does not get this. I mean, you plan on so many things about a guy that you don't like.
Exactly. Let me read
Right.
Kimberly's comment real quick. She said, if people can't respect you when there's a disagreement, watch their resolve with you and others. They will definitely show you how they will treat you. I definitely
right.
agree. And I think
Yes.
just piggybacking off what you both said, when you kind of fall into the lust stage before getting to know a person, that's dangerous too, in aspects of once you've given your body to them, like what is there to respect about you? Like, why should they talk to you nicely? You get what I'm saying? They already got what they got. So again, you know what I mean? That it doesn't happen all the time like that, but I would say a lot of the time it does. Men get what they want, and then it's like they already got it. The chase is over, right? What are they chasing now? Like, they've had it. So
Right.
yeah. So I definitely agree.
My dad always say a man love a chase. And he said
Mhm.
once he conquered, like it's over. So just keep
and
chasing me, baby.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know. Relationships are funny, man. I feel like I don't know, boundaries and everything. It spills over, like, again, not just on a relationship tip, but friends too, right? The way your friends
Mhm.
talk
Oh,
to you.
yeah.
Because I always say again, like, I want my friends to be upfront, be real with me, be straight up. If I'm looking crazy, tell me. But it's not what you say, it's how you say it, right? And I think
Right.
that's with every single thing. Like, you can be upfront and be real, but it's not what you say, it's literally how you say it. Because if you say it, if I say it to you one way, Hattie, man, you look like shit. Like, you look fucking awful.
I'm like, Dad, you couldn't say it better? Like,
You're gonna look at me
girl.
like, girl. But I wouldn't say that. I would be like, hey, Hattie, I don't really think that's the one. You have something else you're gonna wear. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Then you're gonna receive
Right.
it way better, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
I feel like, I don't know.
Yeah, delivery is so important, though.
It
The
is.
delivery is so important. Yeah.
It really is. And I feel like sometimes, like, we as people, we can make excuses for, like, the way we are. We just say, well, that's just how I am. That's just how I am. Like, that's just me. But again,
I hate that.
I
I just
hate
hate
that
that.
too, because when
That's
it's
bullshit.
relationships, friendships, or partners, like, if you really respect someone, you can still be yourself, but just watch how you say it. That's it. Like, be real.
Right.
It's all about tone and, tone and action. Delivery is important.
People get
People
away
are
with
so
what they get away with. They know
yeah.
better. They know
And
better
people
than what
are
they
so
say and
angry.
how they treat you.
Mm-hmm.
I
People are
have
just so
no
angry right now.
problem cutting people off. I really don't. I really enjoy my peace. If you can't respect me or respect my peace, I want nothing to do. I have no problem cutting you off.
I'm the
Right.
same. Child, you must be a Cancer.
No, Aries.
Oh, you an Aries? Oh, I say, because girl, I'll be like this with the scissors. Like, for real, anybody interrupting my flow of peace, I'm definitely going to choose me. I'm cutting you off. I'm just exiting. I don't even have to tell you, It's just like, why? And people know what they be doing. And that's the funny thing. But they so used to who they are because they never worked on themselves. And they so okay and content with, this is who I am. So they want to still be that person. If you don't want to work on yourself, I don't even want that as a relationship. Because I'm working on myself every day. I want to be a better version of me. So I can't settle for just who, the original person that I was, born to be. No, it's so much for me to learn and grow into.
Exactly. And with that, ladies, we're going to go to a commercial break real quick. We got more bills to pay. Night Vibes. We'll be right back.
Come on, 3. Be it. It's that crazy, it's that Dion.
Night Vibes, we are back. I'm here with my beautiful queens. We got beautiful Dr. Michaela. We got beautiful CHATTIE Hattie and myself, the Vibe Queen Strong Jewel. Night Vibes. Shout out to everyone tuned in right now. We're getting into these topics tonight. So listen, piggybacking again off of the topics we've already been discussing. How do you feel about relationships, when we're in relationships, intertwining family? So like when you're in a relationship and their family and your family, like how you feel about that? What's your
I love
opinion?
families. I love people. I
love it
want to
too.
see how you get along with your family. If you have children, I want to see how you treat your children. I want to know how you get along with your parents. That's is really important to me. 'Cause I love people. I don't want to be with a person who isolates himself from his family or friends and things like that. That's a red flag.
It is a red flag. Yeah,
Right.
Hattie.
I know my parents always told me, just pay attention to how a man treats his mother. That's how he going to treat you. So that always like stuck in the back of my head, just paying attention to that. But I definitely would love a partner that, interact with their family and show their love and respect and just go above and beyond. Because if you're doing it with your family, if we have a family, that's what you're going to do for us. So it's like a great example for a person to see.
Amen to that. So okay, let me get to the like nitty gritty of it. Okay, so how is it when you introduce your families, right? Or you introduce them, because I'm a people lover. I love it. I love to see families, together and all that stuff. So I agree with 100%. But what happens when you have the families intertwined, but they're not really intertwining? Because we talk about cutting people off, right? So when is it okay to cut off a family member of your partner? Like, when would you say it's okay to put a boundary up? Because I've experienced it. I know a lot of my friends have experienced it. Yeah. So when would you say it's okay to put that boundary up? Because I feel like sometimes we gotta love people, but we gotta leave them right where they're at, based on, again, our peace, right? And
Right.
energy. Everything's energy. So yeah, what do you feel about that? How would you feel about that? What would be the
I
cutoff
think
point for you?
your
What would be
environment
the
unsafe.
point where you have to say, hey, hold on, okay, back up?
Yeah. If they're coming in with the drama all the time, they make your environment unsafe or unpleasant and disruptive, then you have to cut them off.
Agree with that. You, Hattie?
All I know is, if I'm in a relationship and if that relationship ends, I can't continue to have other relationships with like their family members. Like I kind of did it a little bit for a little, but it's like you holding on to like their past. It's like if that's going, everything has to go. So, once the relationship over, every relationship on their side is basically over. Like I have to. Because then I feel like now the person that I'm cool with from your side, you probably got a little intel to go back and say, like, you just don't know. So
yeah. So I agree with that. So how do you feel if, you're really in love, right? You and your man are really in love. You meet this man, everything is hunky-dory. He's loving on your family. You're loving on his family. But then all of a sudden, there's one family member that brings the drama. Like, how would you handle that situation? Because again, you don't want to fuel the drama even more. At the end of the day, you're a realist and you're not gonna, you don't want your peace disturbed. You don't want to upset your partner. So how would you deal with that situation? You think it's okay to then be like, hey, you know what? That's your family. You love them. But at the same time, I'll love them from a distance.
Yeah, they can't come around me. Fuck your family. Don't bring that shit down. You have to talk about it and let the person understand how you feel, and hopefully your partner will understand that there needs to be some boundaries set. Because if you're certainly you're not the only person that sees it and is aware of what's going on, so they should respect your boundaries. And that person just, a person who's disrespectful to me cannot come into my home. So they would have to know that their family member is not welcome around me.
So let me put some juice on this a little bit. All right. So what about if it's a brother or a sister of your partner? How do you deal with that? How would you deal with that?
Ooh. Say, fuck your brother. Fuck your sister. It can be hard. If you can sit down and talk about it, if you can have a conversation, if we can sit down and try to get some common ground, because you have to be, again, the respect has to be there, and hopefully they're mature enough we can maybe try to work through some issues. But if it doesn't work, then if they can't be around it just what happens. If they have to terminate our relationship for me to have my peace, then
I don't hear nothing.
Right. How about you, Hattie? Can you hear me, Hattie? You still there?
Like hearing anything, it's going in and out.
Oh no! Can you hear me now? Technical difficulties. Oh. All right, she'll come back in a minute. Let us know. Wait, say something, Hattie. Can we hear you?
I'm frozen.
Oh, she's frozen.
Oh,
We can hear you
frozen.
though. We can hear you.
Yeah, we can still hear.
We can still hear you. Oh, she'll be back in a minute. I think she is frozen now. She'll have to go out, and come back in. But yeah, I just yeah, go on. Sorry, Dr. McKay.
Well, we're waiting on her. I want to know what happened to the guy that you broke up with in prison. Did he accept that you broke up with him?
Okay. Yeah, see, that's okay. He did accept it. He had no choice really. Because obviously we spoke over the phone. He did accept it. He did write to me, and he kept writing to me, why. And and honestly, I never really explained it until years later to him. When he had been in there a bit and, kind of matured a little bit, I guess. I just wrote to him and told him, like, I just had to be selfish. Like I've always, throughout my life when I was young, I always put people before myself. Like, I thought, like, people pleasing was a good thing, and it's not a good thing. You know what I'm saying? And, like, as I got older with that whole situation, there was a lot more to it, Dr. Michaela, though. There was a lot more to it. It was, I'll just give you a brief overlay of it. Hattie, let us know when we can hear you. Just say something and I'll stop so we know you're back in. Can you hear us? But anyway, so what happened was we had actually split up. He got arrested in the time that we had split up. And then about 6 weeks later, he kept trying to call my phone when he split up. And then 6 weeks later, I got a phone call. It was from his phone. So I was like, okay, I'll talk to him now, like, because we've gone through something. And then when I picked up the phone, his friend was like, he'd been arrested. So anyway, at that point, I was like, okay, well, oh no, that's not good, whatever. Long story short, initially, he was under the impression he was going to be out within like 7 years. But it turned out it was actually a murder case. He was innocent, but unfortunately, it's called joint enterprise in the UK. So if you have a friend that goes and commits a murder and they find your print on anything to do with that murder, then they basically will come and swoop you up too. And obviously the person that did it confessed to it, but at the same time mentioned the names of his friends because I guess he didn't want to do the time on his own. So anyway, he ended up getting a 28-year sentence.
Oh boy.
So I feel like he kind of had no choice but to accept it. You know what I'm saying? Because like at that time as well, it's like, I really believe that I could do it, but at the same time, I'm like, I want to have a family, I want to have children. Like, this dude's not going to get out till he's like 56, and I'm a female, you know what I'm saying? My biological clock is going to be gone, and I just can't do that, you know what I'm saying? I just couldn't do it. I had to put myself first. So it was very hard, though, very hard. But I think he understood it as the years went on, and I guess, he's obviously moved on and got married, I guess, in there and stuff like that. I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, that's
Can
it.
you hear me, Chattie Hattie?
Chattie Hattie, you
I
back?
think that's selfish a little bit.
What, selfish of who? Him or
I
me?
don't know what was going on.
Oh.
Yeah, him. I honestly, I feel like, I mean, I get it. You want the support when you made that choice that led you to be in prison and stuff like that. But understanding and realizing that, everybody is not built for that. So I feel as a man, just being able to give that woman that opportunity, just to say like, hey, I know that whatever I did, I do want the support. I'm not have that type of conversation, but men expect you to, I don't want you to this. It's like they want to have that control behind closed doors. And it's just selfish. It's just selfish because life continues to go on. I can still support you to however I can, but it's just like, I can't really put my life on hold either.
Right.
No.
Yeah. And
but I think a man should be able to, if y'all in a relationship and you respect, and if y'all have that understanding, I feel like he should be able to.
Oh, it's frozen again.
Oh, it's freezing again.
Oh, there you go. You back? You back? Whoop whoop. You back?
I don't know why this thing keep.
We can hear you now.
We can hear you.
We can hear you. Can you hear us? Yeah, but I agree with what Hattie saying. I actually ended up doing 9 years, so I held him down for 9. But after I just couldn't do it any longer.
Oh wow, that's a long time.
A long time, and you know what? I didn't speak to no one. I like nothing. No man could even talk to me. Hey.
Well, and then you're not married, so you can't have conjugal visits with your boyfriend.
No.
And the thing
they
too
don't
about
do that in the UK anyway. The UK don't do that.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
You know what's scary about prison? That the HIV rate is so high
Oh, really?
in prisons, and it's not necessarily from sex. It's like from the tattooing that they're
Oh,
using unclean instruments, and
yeah.
you may tattoo somebody that has HIV, and then you pass it on. But it's even to also a lot of most prisons don't allow condoms either. So and then
Really?
people
I didn't know
they
that.
think they're not having if they're not taking it and they're just giving it or receiving oral that's not gay to them. But you just don't know what you're gonna
That's
there's
crazy.
so much at risk there too.
Yeah. And there's probably a
Right.
lot of, like you said HIV too. There's probably a lot of other things going around there too that I would think on that. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah,
Because they're in closed units together and they're dirty. Some of these, I mean, a lot of those prisons are dirty. Like they're not going around sanitizing every single thing, you know what I'm saying?
hmm
So
yeah. Lots of health issues.
yeah.
Lots of health
A lot
issues
of them.
there.
A lot of them. Yeah. Are you back,
Oh,
Hattie?
Hattie, can you hear us?
Hattie? Hattie? You back, honey? Can you hear us?
I'm back.
Oh. Oh no.
She's teasing us.
She was teasing us. I'm back. Yeah.
Her Wi-Fi is hating on us.
What's that? Yeah, I know, isn't it?
You're
That's
not. Are you
crazy.
not drinking anything? my
Yes, I
beautiful
am. You ready for my jug? I got a jug.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yep.
Look, I'm on medication. I shouldn't be, but it'll make me feel better. It'll make me sleep
It'll make
better.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Like my mom calls it, hot toddy. A hot
Men
toddy.
need love the way females want the same love.
Men need love the way females want the same
I
love.
agree. And let me tell you something, Casper. I'm that chick. I love giving love.
Yeah.
I've been told I was like a dude. Like I'll take a guy on a trip. I'll take a guy out to dinner. I'm a very affectionate person, and because I like those things. I like to give what I want to receive. So I'm not
Amen.
a selfish
Too.
person. So you're
Mhm.
right. Men should. It's just not a one-way street. We should be doing the same. We should be doing for each other.
Amen. Amen. I agree with that. And one thing I want to say,
Right.
okay, so should a man wait for a female in prison then? I think it's a little different when it comes to that. How do you feel about that?
I think that we are a little bit more sensitive and probably a little bit more loyal in that regard. Maybe I'm stereotyping, but I just don't think that men are built the way that we are. And I don't think that they're, when it comes to that they are as loyal as we are.
Right. Well,
We're
apparently,
nurturers, and we by nature, and so
Mhm.
their nurturing is not as strong as ours in that regard, as far as I am concerned.
Right. Well, apparently Papoose was, I guess.
I know
for-
because they outside.
Say again.
Look, we behind those doors. And they outside. We already know what's going on. They be in the
Right.
that they want to be. Conquering the world.
But it's a little bit different for men though, because men can be like 55, 60, 65 and still have children. You get what I'm saying? Women can't.
Right.
Hey,
And still immature too.
there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. Exactly.
Mhm.
So yeah. This topic we could really we could go on hours and hours and hours on this topic. And again, it all really comes down to, like we said, self-love and happiness is key. Because when you love yourself and when you're happy in yourself, then the right people will be around you, they'll respect you. And what did VibeShow Casper say? If y'all are nurturers, when nurture us to know how to. Then he meant to say, then nurture us.
Well, see, Casper, I'm a whole experience, so you'd have to be on the receiving end of my nurturing. That's all I'm saying.
It's like, I know, it's like you. Well, I'm like you, Dr. Michaela. Like, I love to give. I love to show love because I feel like everything's energy. So you get what you give, so get it how you live, right? Because it's all about the energy, the synergy.
Right.
Whatever you give is going to come back. But at the same time, like, we can't. I think I've made that mistake in my life before of expecting someone to be the same and learning the hard way, especially when I was younger. But as you get older again and we mature and we grow and we really start loving ourselves, fall into that self-love category, and we know right from wrong, and we know what's a yes and what's a no, basically.
And you still got to have boundaries on your nurturing, because people take advantage of your nurturing, and you be so nice and you do this. So it's like you have to be careful from that. I had to pull back from a lot of different relationships because they take advantage of how nice I am. And it's like,
Right.
oh, I can just call Tisha and she'll do this, or I know she won't say yes. And and it's just like people really take advantage of that. And then it's when you tell them no, it becomes a problem with them. You get what I'm saying? So nurturing. I'm definitely the nurturing person, but you definitely
Gotta
have
have
to learn
boundaries.
how to have the boundaries with
Mhm.
it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
me
people
too.
take advantage.
I can
Yeah.
definitely agree with
Mhm.
that. I know Dr. Michaela agrees with that too, because yeah, definitely, because then things become a lot different. They truly
Oh
do.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, well, oh my goodness, I'm looking at the time. We're already running out of time, and I don't want to end. I feel like we should all come back on again. We'll have to get you back
We
on.
must. Yes.
This has been fun.
Yes, I
But
would love.
listen, please tell everybody where they can follow you. Tell them a little bit more about your journal, and yeah, before we wrap up the show there.
Yeah, so if you're just tuning in, if you missed all of the great talk, it's the one and only CHATTIE Hattie. You can follow me on my Instagram. It's actually my full name. I'm sorry, you guys, but this was my acting life. So it's Hattisha G Rogers on Instagram, CHATTIE Hattie. So and then again, tap into this happiness is key journal. Just type in happiness is key. Guess what's gonna come up? Me. So I'm the definition of happiness.
He really is. You got
It
a
don't
great
matter what I'm going through. I want to find my way to my happiness, no matter what
man.
I'm dealing with. My dog bit me today. I'm still
Oh.
happy.
Oh, but that's key. That's key to being fruitful, though. That's the key to life. You know, my mom always used to say when I was younger, you always
Right.
got to take a positive out of any negative. When you can still remain positive, even when things are falling around left, right, and center, telling you that's when you win, and that's when
Mhm.
everything will
That's
start.
true.
Right.
That's true.
Start
Because
to
I thank
manifest.
God for even the bad things. I thank Him for every circumstance, and for
Amen.
even every single thing. I thank God
Mhm.
for everything. But I
Yeah.
learned from everything. So I'm grateful for all the good and the bad.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just helping you. Yeah. I just feel like it's the tools in life. Like, so everything that we going through is helping us for our everyday life and, what's to
Mhm.
come.
Amen.
So a lot of people look at it as, oh my gosh, something bad happened to me. But no, what's the lesson? What was the
Amen.
understanding you were supposed to
Mhm.
receive from it? Because a lot of times we go through the same thing because we still doing the same thing. It's a
Exactly.
message in
Right
these
on.
tests that we are
Right
receiving,
on.
but people just still don't want to, they look at it as I'm the victim. Oh, this is no, you can't
Mm-hmm.
do that. Why are you going through these things? Why you keep having the repeated, cycles
Cycles.
happening to you?
Mhm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
Hey, I
that's
so
ask
it's
myself what I had, what did I do to cause it? Sometimes you are the catalyst. You are responsible for what's
exactly.
happening to you. And I question
yes,
myself.
yes,
Amen to that. Because
yes,
everything's up here. Every single thing is up here. It doesn't matter what you go through,
yes.
everything is here. You can channel it from here. So whatever you're
Mm-hmm.
thinking here, that's gonna evolve around you. So
True.
everything is
Right,
divine.
that's that manifestation. Yeah.
Yep, everything truly is.
That's what I'm
So,
thinking.
ladies, I want you to. I'm gonna go around Dr. Michaela first. Just leave a message out there for everyone based on the conversations that we've had tonight, and then we'll go to you, CHATTIE Hattie, and then we'll wrap up the show. Sadly, I don't want to go. I want to carry on, but I'm sure you have other
Don't
things to do.
don't be afraid to be alone. Loving yourself means to learn to love and to be by yourself. And nothing's more beautiful than loving yourself and chilling with yourself. So love yourself before you learn to love anybody else, because you can never love anyone else unless you are healed and you appreciate who you are. Otherwise, you're going to bring all that drama and trash into your next relationship. So love
Amen.
you.
Amen to that.
I love it. Yes.
CHATTIE Hattie.
So yes, a message to everyone. Happiness is key, but happiness is definitely a choice, just like joy in your life. So continue to love on you so you can enjoy and receive all of the divine blessings that you're supposed to. But remember to understand who you are so you will know how to receive your blessings and how to, endure the proper relationships in your life.
Yeah.
Amen to that. Amen to that. I couldn't have said it better, both of you. And I feel like, again, in this life, we need a lot more love and less hate. Like, you got to forgive
Mm-hmm.
and you have to be able to forgive. If you do not forgive people, you're only hurting yourself. Believe that. So forgiveness
That's
is
true.
Yes.
key, right? Forgiveness is key. So with that being
Yes.
said, Thank you, my beautiful queens. I've absolutely loved this show tonight. I'm so sad that we've run out of time. Like an hour really flies by when you're having fun. Yeah, with like such wonderful company. Shout out to everyone that has tuned in. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. Let me just read this one comment. Yes, that's why we choose our followers wisely. We need better understanding amongst each other. Exactly.
Amen.
Right. Yes, amen.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, shout out to everyone. Oh yeah, go on. You want to say something? Go on.
Forgiveness does not mean reconnection either. You can forgive, but that doesn't mean you have to reconnect.
Boom. Thank you for adding that on.
I loved it. That was
yeah, that was good. I clapped that one up. Yeah, definitely. So thank you, everybody, man. I appreciate you all. Listen, everybody, please stay blessed, stay safe. I don't know what weather you've got out there, but we got some heavy snow. So yeah, stay.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's bad. I think everywhere's getting it. It's crazy, but yeah, stay safe, everybody, and stay locked in. We'll be back for episode 3 real soon. So stay locked in. It's been Night Vibes. We love you. Thank you. Love you, ladies.
Love you. And love your shoulder, girl. You are so sexy. Bye.
Thank you. So are you, ladies. Much love. Make sure you follow us, man, at the Vibe Show 97.9 FM and Night Vibes. We are out.
see my beautiful ladies.
Cheers.